not my bed. Hey, Star Family, how are you all doing? Thank you so much for being here. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Why did I start singing that? Oh, because I have been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Thank you all so much for your patience. I have been watching everything, but I have been traveling back and forth to Philly. When you watch my vlogs, you will know why. It's been chaotic, but I'm here. I'm here to talk about, as Simply Simone said, the worst season by far. And they're heading to Denver, so I guess there's just room for everybody, right wing. Well, no, Colorado is pretty, pretty blue, but it's blue like Boston. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hey, Miss Kaiser Soze, thank you for being here. Glad you can catch it live as well. Hey, Pepe, thank you for being here. Hey, Sarah. Sarah said, hey, Nikki, what a flop season overall. Trash reunion. And not surprised they didn't bring up the gross Alex allegations. Did I miss Alex allegations? I only knew about Ben stuff. No, Mason, not Mason. Yeah, I only know about Ben. What did Alex do? Oh my God. What did Alex do? Child, that's all I knew about. Yeah, there it is. That's all I knew about. I didn't know about anybody else. What is going on? Royally Coily, what's up? Said, I'm here. Won't be able to say the whole live, but I'll finish as a part of the replay gang. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, I always forget this when I get like back on my normal time zone. I am so sorry. I did this at 7, but I realized it's late for my East Coast people. You guys know, I'm gonna, flip them. Sometimes they're gonna be in the afternoon for me, and then it'll be in the evening for me. I'll try to do them earlier. Maybe I'll do my last live at 5. That's 8 for you guys, right? I think I'll do my last live at 5 moving forward, because I know this is a bit late and it's a Tuesday. So sorry about that. I forgot again. Hey, Connie, thank you for being here. Hey, E for Empathy said, hey, Nikki and the fam. For such a boring season, I actually kind of enjoyed the end. Me too. I'm mad that I didn't clock Joey as such an F-boy until the reunion. It was the skateboard for me. I'm still tripping on the Alex allegations. What is the Alex allegations? Now, one thing, I have been hella busy, so I have not been on the TikTok Talk like that. I've been looking at wigs on TikTok, and that's it, because your girl is trying to get back into wigs again. Pray for me. Smithy said, hey, NikkiNicoleStar fam, this season was a mess, but I enjoyed seeing Virginia clock Devin. Me too. Hey, Nina. Nina said the season was bland as their food. Ciao. Tell it. Ryan said, I didn't watch the season, but I'm here for you. Thank you, my love. Hey, Nora. Nora said, hi, Nikki. This season of Love is Blind was Basura. Yes, it was. Nora, are you on Kemar? Is it Kemar? I should know this. I'm so sorry. Hajib! Hijab! Sorry. Oh my God. If my family is watching, I am so sorry. My family is half Christian, half Muslim. I should know this. Nora, are you on a hijab in your profile pic? If so, happy Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum. Happy Ramadan. I love how diverse we are here. Hey, Nina. Nina said, hi, Star fam. Hi, Nikki. I'm so happy that I finally made it to life. Me too. I'm glad that you're here, Nina. You are so gorgeous. Can I just say, Star family? And this is like, I always, it's a vain thing to say, but I just love how gorgeous we are. We are a beautiful bunch. Hey, Al Boogie. Al Boogie said, hey, Nikki in chat, don't mind me lurking while I try to do this math test. I know that's right. Black woman, stay learning. Oh my God, I'm telling you, no matter what it is, Black women are going to get an education. We are going to get an education. I don't know why. We will never stop learning. Never. Makeup addict, what's up? What's the allegations? What's going on? Royally Corley said, you don't know about Alex. It's dark-sided. What in the hell is the background check? Oh, I cut myself cleaning. I'm trying to get ahead of my spring cleaning, and I literally cut myself cleaning shearing scissors. This is why especially if you watch my vlogs and I do cooking, I try not to do too much with the knife because I could lose a thumb. I don't know what it is with me and sharp objects. I'm just not afraid of them. I don't know why. I'm just not afraid of sharp objects. So I'm just very lackadaisical with them. I don't know if I had that affliction where people can't feel pain. I don't know what it's called, but I think I have like a version of it where I'm just not afraid of like knives. Such a weird thing. If I lived in the UK, y'all would probably call me a freak because all they do is stab over there, but all we do is shoot over here. Anyway, let's get back to Alex. What? The background checks are by source. That is crazy. Hey, Miss Swizzle, what's up? Shots. Hey, Spency said maybe watch Storytime with Ricky. Is Ricky the sister with the curly blonde coils? If so, I saw her on Watch What Happens Live. Congrats, Ricky or Ricky. Alex has allegations of Netflix. What is going on? Now we can't critique them too much. We're in the Netflix family, so Netflix do better. Hey Candace, how are you? Marie said, hey Nikki, Virginia is mad not because of Devin being dusty, but because she let him ghost her. Why were you even talking to him 4 weeks after say no? Clock it. Hey Candace. Candace said the reunion was the only episode I watched. I watched the weddings too. Dry as the Sahara. Hey Alex, how are you? Royally coily. What the hell is wrong? Men need an exorcism. The straight ones. Hey Sarah. Sarah said I knew Joey was messy and a weirdo. Just off vibes alone. And never trust a golden retriever type on Love Is Blind. I guess. Yeah. Tartar said, hey, Nikki, this season was blah. Absolutely. I can only imagine. I said the same thing. I was like, Denver? Yikes. But you know what? Where are my Denver POCs, black people in POCs? Where y'all at? Let me know how it is over there. Nora said, yes, I do wear a hijab, and thank you. I'm a black Muslim. My parents are from, now you trying it, Eritrea. See, one thing about me, I'm a millennial. If I don't know something, I'm a Google. I'm going to do some research. Now, I'm not saying that I don't know where this is. I do. I've just never had to pronounce it publicly. So we are going to how to pronounce it. Hello? Lock my door, child. Take everything out there. Don't touch the La Crusade. Now I'll fight you for that. And this is a saved household, so anything you steal from here, you're going to hell. Living in Hollywood, child. Anyway, Eritrea. How to pronounce Eritrea. I don't think this is right. I think this Eritrea. The V. Oh, why did they take my voice? Oh, what the hell is this, Google? I didn't know that Google is like recording this. It's too much going on. What is it? Eritrea. Yes. Eritrea. Okay, let's go back to here. Yes, I do wear a hijab, and thank you. I'm a black Muslim. My parents are from Eritrea. There we go. El Boogie said I had to mess around and confuse myself with this math. Thank you for being here, Nora. We love you. Hey, I've said, hey, Nikki, why was Virginia trying to talk to Denver after saying no? She let him ghost her. Women, we have to do better because the bar is where? We have to do better. CR said, see, and that's why I stopped watching. They just let anyone on them shows. That's right. Hey, Cameron. Cameron said, hey, Nikki, it's good to see you. Could you please start reviewing Beyond the Gates? Please, Beyond the Gates. Is that a prison show? Because I'm full. I'm full on the prison show. Beyond the Gates. When does it come on, guys? Is it a daytime show? My mom has watched a few episodes. I might review it with Mama Star. Yeah, I might review that with Mama Star. Let me put that in my notes. Eritrea. No, I'm doing too much. Eritrea. Review Beyond the Gates with Mama Star. Oh, no, don't write that. Thank you. Eva Empathy said, I had to fast forward through so much of the weddings. Dry. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. The Internet H said, hey, Star Fam, I didn't watch any of the show, just other reviews because the season was so dry. It was a mess. I'm sorry. We have to be honest. White culture is dry. It's dry because white people, like white culture is like falling in line, following the rules, right? It only gets good with like poor and working class whites. I hate to say it, it's true. They're the interesting ones. It's like, no, the middle and upper class, they're boring to watch. To be honest with you, the rich, right? And I'm not saying people on here are rich, but I'm just saying that's why nobody really wants to watch rich people shows unless their lives are falling apart. Shout out to the Real Housewives, right? So it's just like when you cast these kind of people, it's just so boring because their culture is like, we got to get some poor whites. We got to get some working class whites. Let's get some whites that work at Wawa in the Northeast. Like, those are the interesting ones. No shade, the shameless. They're good TV. Can we get some Romney Child people on this show? They're interesting. Do they consider themselves white, the Romas? You know what they don't. Here is how I know. I was watching this video on Instagram of this guy that like catches people scamming, catches like people who play homeless, scamming, and for some reason he always gets like Roma people, right? And every time he like catches them scamming, I'm sorry, Roma people, y'all be scamming because y'all be scamming in front of. There's a Roma family that be scamming outside the local Trader Joe's in my hood, and that little boy is not playing that accordion. He is not playing that accordion. He is scamming, but I don't say nothing because you don't be scamming my people, so I don't say nothing. But y'all be scamming. That baby is not playing the accordion. Anyway, every time he goes to expose them, they say, you're racist. And I'm like, oh, you're not white? I'm so confused. The whiteness bar is moved so much, but I guess they're not white. Because there's a whole white man doing it and just like, you're racist. You're racist. I'm like, oh, this is so interesting. Anyway, Ali said, Joey never asked Monica to marry her. That's when I knew they were never going to happen. Monica deserves better. She absolutely does. Hey, Irene. Royally Crowley said, when I was in this past January, I saw a lot of black men. None of them were with black women, though. Are they trying to do that, or is that the only options? Because I looked up the racial demographics. It's like 8%, the 8% of black population there. So I mean, listen, what they gonna do? If you can't find another black person, you want to get something else. It's like 53% white. Spency said, not they stealing. Yeah, I thought I heard somebody open the door. I thought it was my little sister. And then nobody said anything. It is what it is. I got my Gucci in here, so I'm fine. But no, my La Crusade too. It's special to me, but I can get them pots again. My Gucci is exclusive. I get that from the outlets. Anyway, Miss Brown Sugar said, I ain't watched 1 second of the season, but I feel fully caught up anyhow. Shout out to social media. Yup. They can take whatever they want. This house is protected. And Palestinian Jesus with the 3B curls his name. Victoria said, hey, Nikki, can't wait to get your thoughts on this boring season. Only your input can save it. Oh, thank you for thinking so highly of me. Oh, I said it correctly the first time? Thank you. Eritrea is right next to Ethiopia. Love my Habesha. Wait a minute. Love my Habesha people. Love from a Haitian sister. Wait a minute. Do I? Hold on. Oh, I'm getting it. Ha! Ha! Wait, that's Ethiopia, right? Is that Ethiopia? Oh Lord, am I mixing y'all up? But y'all do this. I watch so many videos. I can't get it. I can't get it, but the men and the women be popping. Yeah. Thank you, Nora. Um, we will talk about that. What? Caught me off guard. Caught me off guard. Housewives is tomorrow. I haven't watched it yet. I literally just got back in town. The only thing I was able to catch up on is Love is Blind, and I'm catching up on The Bachelor, and then I'm catching up on Drag Race and The Housewives. So the Real Housewives, I want to do reality TV chat tomorrow. We're going to talk about The Bachelor, Women Tell All, and the hometowns. We're going to talk about The Real Housewives of Atlanta, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and it's one more show. What the hell is the other show? I just watched it. It's one more show that we're going to talk about. Probably Drag Race. Oh, great TV. I have watched them in every country. Great TV. Yes, we are. We're also going to get the Women Tell All. Royally Koya said the Bubbas and the Cletuses are entertaining. They are, but the classism keeps them off the screen. Very true. Monday through Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. Okay. Paramount Plus. Okay. Yeah, we'll review it. Kirsten said Taylor seemed well off and Daniel seemed wealthy as well. That's probably one reason why they worked. Finally together, they'll live like their parents. They look like they had money. Okay. Marie said, I need to know your thoughts on Sarah planning to let Ben move with her and use her Ciao. Oh, I did hear about that. And shout out to Disney, because you know where I found this information out from? The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Because he was in love with Griselda, who was a traveler. And their love was forbidden. The stuff we watched as children. Miss Gigi88 said the Romans used to have that reality show where they were getting married at 16. Yes, they were always fighting. That show was good TV. Yes, it's called My Big Fat Bleep Wedding, because I just found out that the G word, I didn't just find out. I knew. I think we talked about it like a year or so ago. That's when I found out that the G word is a slur for the traveler community. They don't like that word. Same thing with the Inuits. If you use Inuit community, if you use that E word, that's a slur. So we're learning here. Do I have any Inuit community here? Hey, how y'all doing? Pepe said, can't believe Virginia let Dusty Devin. Okay. All righty. Thank you. Give me shelter. Let me get three more. We'll get out of here. We'll start to review. The NNH said, you would think they would have learned from Married at First Sight. Denver, that was the worst season. Same production company. Oh God. They had the reunion already? I think, didn't they have the finale episode? Yeah, is the reunion this week? Is the reunion tonight? It's so active outside. I got to get out of this neighborhood. Hey, Nona, thank you for being here. Munaf said, hey, Nikki, first time ever catching a live in the Philippines right now. Sending love and blessings. Yes, Star Family, we are worldwide. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, thank you. Ken, it's been a journey. Oh, I'm back in the gym. Maybe that's why. I'm back in the gym. And I'm not playing around. I'm consistent until my period. I'm taking that week off. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yes. Oh, I said Griselda. I'm sorry. Esmeralda. She was so pretty. She was so pretty. Um, okay, well, fun's over. Fun's over. Excuse me. I felt like this when I found out about Pocahontas' age. Wasn't she like 10? Men. Mm, mm, mm. I gotta watch that too. I got a lot to catch up on. Oh, they haven't shown a reunion yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's Pilates mat and athletic conditioning. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. I am going to see my 24-year-old abs again. Maybe not this year, but I'm going to work on them. I'm going to work on them. Anyway, let's get into it. I have so much time catching up with you guys. Would you guys be opposed to just a catch up live? Like no subject, just us catching up and just talking about anything that comes to mind? Or how about this? I'll just do a live and I'll call it a what not what's going on. I'll call it a what's up with y'all? Maybe that's what I call it. I call it a what's up with y'all and what's up with y'all. And we just get on here, we just talk about anything. Y'all bring up subjects and we just off the dome. A nice little improv live, if you will. Let me know if y'all be interested in that because I have so much fun talking to y'all. I'll be forgetting what I'm supposed to be here talking about. The subject. Let's get into Love is Blind. Monica and Joey. Ugh. Yes. Okay. Okay. We'll do that, Cameron. Great for the core. Extremely great for the core. It ain't easy. It is not easy. But no shade. I have massive melons and my spine has been working overtime because the girls have been getting bigger and my spine has been doing so much work. And so like the goal is to get these down so that my back is not doing so much heavy lifting. And I'm working on like strengthening my back and strengthening my core. Pilates is really good for that. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Okay. Yes. Okay, we'll do that. A cute little Kiki, Cameron. Yes, that's what we'll call it. A cute little Kiki. Okay. Okay. Pilates. And I am doing some strength training, but Pilates is really, really good. It's really, really good. Asher said, I would love to try, but I feel like I'd be the only guy in Pilates. There are guys in Pilates. Just don't be weird. It's the weird guys. Like if you're going to be in there, if it's like a lot of women in the class, act as a guest. Okay. Or you how you doing? If you how you doing, you're fine. But just don't be weird. Like, a lot of times the straight guys come into those spaces and they make it uncomfortable. They're doing a lot of grunting and a lot of showboating. If you're just there taking a class, it should be fine. But if you're how you're doing, even better. Even better. Anyway, let's talk about it. Love is Blind. Monica and Joey. This is so off topic. Monica's sister has like a 1920s face. I was looking at her like in previous episodes and I was just like, what is it about this? There's something about her. Like she looks like she's in the wrong time. And then I saw like how she was done up at Monica and Joey's wedding that didn't happen. I was like, that's what it is. She has a 20s, like very flapper girl. Hey, come on and see me sometime, sugar. Like that is the look that she has. She's a photographer. You should do like a 1920s flappers photo shoot, Monica's sister. Who are you a hater or did production tell you to act like that? If you are not a hater and you're really supportive of your sister and you are not jealous, if I were you, I would get in front of that and just be like, production wanted some drama, so they made us do those things. So they made me like talk about her like that. Because that does happen. That absolutely does happen. And I tell you guys all the time, reality TV is not real. And a lot of it is so fake. They are able to get away with calling it reality TV because real things happen while they're filming and they add it into the show and just go along with it. So Monica's sister, who probably is not jealous of her, if you were not, you need to get ahead of that. And you need to be like, oh, that was acting. That is not how I really feel about my sister. Because you look terrible on TV. But you have a nice 1920s face. And if I was you, I would do a little photo shoot to, profit off of that. Because you have the look. You have the look. Moving on. You know what? Before we do that, let's get into the looks. I want to talk about the looks before. No, that's the reunion looks. No, let's keep on with the wedding. So Monica and Joey's wedding. Um, I'm not surprised, but I will say that I saw something in Joey that I couldn't quite put my finger on until the wedding. So Monica said no, and I felt like I knew that she was going to say no at their wedding because she was just like, I don't know if he really likes me, and I think that that just kept on coming up. And I was just like, with her not having that assurity, I don't see her saying yes. So when she was asked first, I knew that it was a wrap. I honestly feel like Joey was going to say yes, and the reason why I feel like he was going to say yes is because he was talking about a feeling in the moment, and he was just like, if I feel like it, if I feel like it's the right thing to do, I'm going to do it. And I was just like, he's not taking this seriously. It's just a fun little thing that he was able to do, to get some screen time and to make him like a pseudo celebrity in his small town. Or is Minnesota small? Wherever he's from, right? In his town or area, wherever he is, he's going to become some kind of celebrity because this is a really big show and a lot of people want to get on it. So I didn't feel that he was very serious, but I did feel like he would say yes just for the fun of it all. Like, I knew that he was playing games when he rolled in on that skateboard and everybody was cheering for him, and he just ate that up. Like, this was his like celebrity moment. So when Monica said no, he said, "Oh yeah, I feel the same way." And if I was asked, I was going to say the same thing as well. I don't think so. I think he was going to say yes. I think he was going to make a moment of this. I think he was also going to make a moment at the reunion. But Monica took that moment away from him. So he decided to take the moment back and turn it into this big speech about love and respect. And then he brought his sister in. I just felt like this was like the whole thing was a bit manipulative. And I think that he was trying to get a moment that he thought that he was going to have if Monica had said yes. I did not get him saying no. Now, I will say I did get him saying yes at the altar, but then probably within the week or a couple of days or even a month, I could see him saying, it didn't work out with us, and Monica's at the reunion crying, saying that he wasn't very serious, and he just became very distant after the wedding, and that he became very distant. What's going on? I don't know. That was so weird. I hung up the phone and it kept on ringing. What is going on? Lord be with us. So I feel like this was all just a moment for him. This is all just a moment for him. He was not taking any of this seriously. I don't think he ever took this process seriously. I just really felt like this was just fun, just something fun to do, get him in a spotlight, and that's pretty much it. He likes the attention. He got the attention from the show, even at the expense of somebody's feelings, but it didn't matter because this was about him. He was the star. That's why we had all of those stunts, because even after, in the end, he was just like, of course I was going to say no, because I just didn't like, Monica's relationship with her sister, and that was very difficult for me because I didn't feel like the sister accepted me. And I'm just like, this is all new information to all of us. It really, really is. Now, you did mention that you felt like her sister was jealous of her. I will say that, but it was like in one instance, it wasn't something that he brought up all the time. And it didn't seem like Joey had any apprehensions or issues with the relationship. The only person who talked about there being issues was Monica. And I think she clocked that he was not serious. And I think it made even more sense after the show and everything that transpired and the things that she found out later. So I absolutely believe that Joey would have said yes because he wanted a moment. Because even when he was talking about, his decision or if he's ready to marry Monica, everything was a feeling. And I'm just like, if you are really preparing to be somebody's husband, to be somebody's provider, to be somebody's protector, to be the head of household of an entire family, to carry that weight on your back and be responsible for everybody that has your last name in that household. You would never say, oh, if I feel like it, I'm going to do it. If I don't feel like it's right, I won't do it. You would never base such a huge decision on a feeling if you were serious. And the sad part is, I seriously believe that he would have said yes, knowing that he was playing with this woman who absolutely wanted to be married and to be married to him. Monica, why? I didn't want to say it. Joey gives me, a Joey and Monica, no shade. Y'all give me bath day. I'm sorry. It's something a little funky. You know what I mean? Like anyway, I'm glad that Monica said no, because this was obviously not her person. And Joey, you need some maturing to do. How old is Joey? Because it's giving like a good 45. How old is he? I don't know if you have much more time to mature for the women that would desire you in your demographic. You got to speed it up, buddy. You have to speed it up. Let's move on to Daniel and Taylor. I knew this was going to happen. I knew, because after the whole, oh, she felt like she knew him before or seen him before, after we had that and she let it go, all we got from them was just how great it is, how much their families love each other, how much they work together so well. We didn't see any more issues with them after that. So I pretty much knew that this was going to happen, especially with how Taylor was, I wouldn't say obsessing about her age, but she would say things about being 31 and being ready. And she kept on mentioning that number. So I knew that even if in the honeymoon phase, everything appeared to be okay, that she was going to say yes, especially when she didn't trust her gut with knowing or seeing Daniel before. So I knew that these two were going to make it. I will say it did seem like a really nice ceremony. They both seemed very happy. I'm still a little like, we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. David and Lauren, we knew that they were not going to make it to the end, but Lauren was at the weddings like a nice supportive friend, and she looked really nice. David, we'll get to him when we talk about the reunion. Let's move on to Ben and Sarah. I will say, Sarah, I was really rocking with you right until the reunion. I will say that I love the fact that Sarah was just like, I can't say yes to him. We had conversations about Black Lives Matter, and he was just really unsure and didn't have a strong opinion on that. We talked about the LGBTQ community, and, her sister is gay, and she was just like, I just did not feel comfortable with his decisions and where he was at and how he answered certain questions, because when she asked him about what his beliefs are and what his church's beliefs are, Ben is like, he doesn't know. She's just like, I look up a message from his pastor, and the pastor is condemning the LGBTQ community. And it's just like, how do you not know these things? So she was just very unsure about those things. But I will say, Sarah, from watching the reunion, I honestly feel like you made the decision to say no in that moment. I felt like all up until that one moment where you felt like you will look a certain way on TV, you said no. I think it was more about public's perception of what would be said about you and your views and your allyship if you said yes to him. Because before I watched the reunion, I was just like, oh, okay, well, good for her. She is a moral compass. She can't say yes to those things. But from watching the reunion and seeing your reaction, you absolutely wanted to break down. And you probably absolutely did break down, but it was after the cameras. Because even when you said that the whole thing about, well, he was very unsure about Black Lives Matters, and that really bothered me, your mother was like, because she know her child. So your mom was like, you sure about that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that is not her stance, But I felt like her mother's reaction was just like, that's definitely not enough for you to walk away from a man that you really want. So it definitely, now with the information from the reunion and also with her mother's reaction, the pieces are coming together, and it just definitely seems performative. And it also makes sense why Ben wasn't so disappointed, because I feel like you guys kind of had a little conversation, and I think you both kind of knew what was going to happen. I think they probably had the conversation of, we just need more time. We just need more time, because they were both so chill about it. I also want to talk about how Ben's friends prayed for him after, and it was just like, I watched that and I'm like, y'all prayed for him to be okay, but y'all left out the fact that your friend needs empathy. Like, a woman that he really liked walked away from him because he lacked empathy. Y'all praying to God for everything else, but not him having empathy. That is really a problem in the white Christian community, especially evangelical. You know what? I won't say white Christian community. I will say the American Christian community, just because I don't know any other, I don't know about how it is outside of America. But Christians overall in America lack a lot of empathy for people who are not Christians. And even for people who are Christians, if anybody strays a little bit out of the faith that you believe or the doctrine that you believe, y'all become so dogmatic and demonic. And it's so shocking that people who hold these kind of beliefs and believe and serve someone who is so empathetic and so compassionate that it's written about in multiple books, for you to have like this nastiness and bitterness about you is so weird, which makes me believe you're not really reading the book that you base your life off. You're just listening to the doctrine from the man or woman who is preaching the message to you. You guys need to do research. You really, really do, because that's what happened to me. Like, I was like that as well. I'm not condemning you. I'm just telling you how to get out of a situation that I was previously in. When I started doing research on what was being preached over me, I realized that I was listening to a lot of people's opinions, and I was actually not reading or studying or abiding my life by a book that I based so many decisions off of. You know what I mean? Or a leader that I had based so many decisions off of. I was not really studying. And for me, I really found out when I just started to do my own research and really read and study, not just read it. You got to read and study the book that I'm basing my entire life and identity off of. I found out that so much of what I was being taught was just a lie, because it was just people's opinions of what they thought the word meant and not actually what was being said. So I feel like that happens a lot with American Christians, especially evangelicals, especially the white ones, child. And I think that that is what's happening here with Ben. He's basing his identity off of a doctrine he really does not study. Or if he's okay with that doctrine, he's doing a really bad job hiding his lack of empathy, because it showed in the season and it also showed in the reunion. So I really will say that these two were able to find each other and come together, because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, they're both extremely performative. Let's move on to it's given performative as well. Virginia, I was so happy when you said no, because I just thought that this was that Devin was not a good partner for you. I will say I saw the struggle, and I thought that you were struggling because you didn't want to hurt anybody. You seem very nice, and you seem like a very nice person. And I'm going to be very honest, you seem like a people pleaser. This is not a read, right? Because I have issues with that as well. Black women have issues with that as well, because a lot of things that she was saying in her confessional after she said no to Devin, she was just like, I think it's just a cultural thing. Like, I just wanted to protect him. I didn't want to say the things that he was doing, and he didn't feel comfortable talking about things on camera. So she was basically protecting him and covering him and appeasing and pleasing everyone around them at the sake of her own sanity for this man. And that is what Black women do, especially with Black or Black identifying men in our community, or the men that we are with. We are very like protective over them because of how Black men or Black identifying men or phenotypically Black men are perceived in in America, right? Globally as well, but I'm just talking about America because that's where I'm from. So you want to protect him because you know he goes through so much hell out there in the world. And we switch roles, right? Where the Black man is supposed to be our covering, we become their covering, shielding them from everything that they will endure in in the world, just existing as a Black man, because we love them and we want to protect them, to the point where there's no protection for us. So we're just left beat up from what the world has done to us and what the world has done to our partner, and we don't get that protection is not reciprocated, as we see with Virginia and Devin. Because as soon as she said no, what did Devin and his mother, Chris Farley and the Spike Wig, say about Virginia? They started to just drag Virginia. Mom was just like, "Oh, why would you come on here and why would you go through this process if you didn't want to be married?" She said she wanted to be married, but she said no to you. Everybody was devastated. Even Virginia's father was protecting Devin. He said, "Oh, Dad was shocked. He was giving me the Sanford and Son. I'm about to come. I'm going to glory." Like, he was so like hurt and shocked that Virginia said no to Devin. And I'm just like, either Virginia protected Devin to her father and didn't tell her what was really going on, or the dad was just like very male centered and just focused on his daughter getting married and not the fact that his daughter had apprehensions, so many apprehensions that she said no at the altar. And for you to get up and not run after your child, but get up and run after Devin and say, "Oh, I'm so disappointed. This is not how I wanted it to go," before consoling your daughter? I did not like that. And no disrespect to your dad, Virginia, because I know I'm protective over my parents as well. But I did not like that. I wish he would have went to you first. And I hope it's editing. I hope it's editing. I hope he went to you first and they just edited it that way. That's what I hope. But I did not like that. I felt like he should have went to you to make sure you were okay, and then did the upstanding thing as a father and said, "Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out, but the best to you, Devin, and your family." Like, everybody was acting like Devin was this toddler and Virginia was this teenager who kicked a sand in his face. It was so like ridiculous. I'm glad that her sisters and her cousin and her family finally like went to her and was just like, "It's okay, don't apologize." And I felt like because she protected him so much, that's why she was saying sorry to everyone. She kept on crying and saying sorry, 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 and everybody's falling apart. Chris Farley is leaning over. She's just like, "Oh my God. Oh, oh." Everybody's wailing in the audience. And I'm like, "Oh, this over Devin? Virginia, what in the hell did you tell these people about him?" And also, I'm glad that she did not say no, because the way his mother, not his father, went to him, what is going on with him and his dad? It's very weird. Like, the dad don't say nothing, and the mom is just really spearheading everything, which is normal in families, if we're being honest. But it's just like the dad didn't go with the son and like talk him through it. The mom just went there and just like pampered him and made everything about Virginia. And I'm just like, why is everything about Virginia and not the raggedy son you raised? The son with no money that didn't want to sign a prenup. Like, what are we missing? Well, I'm missing something, and I didn't get it on the reunion. But I'm glad Virginia said no. I am disgusted at how everybody acted like Devin was the victim. You know what? Maybe it's because he cried, but Virginia cried as well. So I don't understand. I just didn't like how everybody just went to him and consoled him and acted like he was the victim, and not the fact that Virginia was just covering up for this man that was not even worthy of her or this process. You know what? I won't say that he's not worthy. That's not, you should say that about another human being. But we never met the real Devin because everybody protected him. And he, as a husband, let's talk about it again. The roles of a husband, protector and provider, he was neither. Why in the hell are you on this show? Signing up to be somebody's husband, protector, provider, leader. He didn't do any of that. She did everything. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, Devin." Devin? Also weird. But to end on a funny note, I thought it was extremely hilarious when I think it was his niece. And she was like, "What happened? What's going on? The baby?" She's like, "What's going on?" Because everybody was like crying and wailing and falling out and travailing over the fact that Virginia said no to Devin. And everybody was just so beat up. And the kid was like, "What's going on? What's happening? Is everything okay?" And her grandfather reaches over to her, pulls her in. I thought he was going to tell her to be quiet. He pulls her in and he says, "She said no." Pop, pop, the baby don't know what's going on. The baby is not going to understand that Virginia said no to Devin, so that's why everybody is acting this way. The baby was more confused than she was before she asked the question. I thought it was so cute, though. He was like, "She said no." Like, literally explaining to her what's happening. And I'm like, that baby don't even know where she at. Let alone why everybody is crying over Uncle D. But it was cute. It was a cute little adorable moment. I also thought that it was just very weird how all of a sudden Devin's family was so happy, and they were so happy for Virginia. They were crying. They wanted her to be in their family. Even a hating sister was welcoming Virginia in their family. And I'm like, who are these people? And again, it absolutely could be production trying to, get drama and make the family treat her that way. But I say this about everybody that's going on reality TV. This, although you may think that you're going on the show and playing the character, maybe that's not how you are in your everyday life. The show is using your identity and your real name. It's going to be very hard for people to believe that this is not who you are and this is not how you process and treat people. So if you're going to run amok, right, at least get something out of it and at least turn it into something where it's not only lucrative for you, but you are able to grow a following where people can see the real you. If not, the image that this show put out about you is the only image that the world will have of you. You better get something out of it, because they're going to have this footage of you even after your bloodline dies. This is going to be out there forever. Read them contracts. Let's get into the reunion. Let's look at the looks. Okay. Thighs out. I was actually shocked that this was Sarah's look. I was actually so shocked. The lace with the pleather. I was like, okay, okay, this is a choice. This is a choice. I will say, I didn't know that she was bottom heavy. Work. Work thickness. Kim Zolciak. This is what she wore at her wedding reception. It looks cute on her, but it's definitely giving Nashville, Alabama wedding. This is very specific, but it looks cute on her. It's giving body, yada, yada. She looked great. This is the best. I will say the best, because I don't know Taylor's best looks, but I will say from what I've seen on the show, she looked amazing at the reunion. I didn't even know it was her. And Taylor, the dark brown, is this, y'all call it brunette? The brunette looks good on you with the little blonde highlights. This is a good look. This is a good hair color. It really brings out your face and your features. I think, oh, do you like that? Do y'all want that? I'm Black. I love features. But I just think I don't know. You just look really pretty. You look really, really, really pretty with this hair. And is this the new skin tone? I'm telling you, everything is better dark. Nobody listens to me. But this is cute. She looked really, really, really cute. I even like the bracelet, the little lacquer jewelry. It was nice. It was absolutely nice. This is her man. They both had a glow up, in my opinion. He looks like Charlie Day. Did we talk about that? He looks like Charlie Day, but they both had a glow up. These two look really, really great. Their relationship is doing very, 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 very well. We'll get into the tattoo. Really cute, really quaint, really chill. The shoes were giving me 1998 New York, New Jersey prom. So I wasn't a fan of the shoes. They looked a little dated to me, but I think this was cute. Lauren, I feel like you could have did a bit more, because Lauren, you have body. And I would have wanted you to really walk in there in your freakum dress And this wasn't freakum. This was the prom in the 90s. Cute, but this was your freakum dress season. This was your freakum dress season. Um uh, hmm. I put a spell on you. It's giving American Horror Story Coven. It's absolutely it seems like Madison left a sacrifice at her coven early. She had to leave the sacrifice early and came to the reunion. I wouldn't be surprised if she plays with some crystals and sage. I see it, Madison. I see it. It's just so much going on. It's so much going on. You go, girl. I will say, Macameg, this was cute, and I can't believe you're in blue. Shouldn't it be red? I see you. This was actually cute. This was actually a really, really cute look on her. I think she looked nice. Molly, what was going on? What it's another girl that got body. I don't. I think she needs a different neckline. It's the material. You know, it's giving Mardi Gras. I think it's because of the dress and the shoe. It's giving Mardi Gras. It's something. Mm, You know what? You have that great red hair. You should have did a green dress with some nice gold thick hoops. Ah, and maybe like a Beyonce B Day cover hairstyle. You would have ate with that with a little red lip. You would have ate with that with some little sparkles. You would have ate with that. You would this right here. Mm. But body tea, body tea, body tea. I could smell him through the picture. I could smell him through the picture. Mm, 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 Joey, you need to move to Venice? I feel like you would thrive in Venice, California. You would thrive there. That's what you need to do. Just move to Venice. I feel like your talents are being wasted in Minnesota. Why did we never? Thank you. Hold on. That's what we needed. Minnesota. We needed that. Is it Fargo? Is Fargo in Minnesota? Is it Fargo? Where the hell is Fargo? Where the hell is Fargo? North Dakota. Where the hell is? No, that's Minnesota too. Minnesota accent. No, Minnesota. Oh, that's a little Caribbean.
For some reason, every time I come to visit Minnesota, I'll show you what I mean by this. In Kansas City, we would say, "Hey, what's up?" In Minnesota, we would say, "Hey, I haven't seen you since last summer on the lake.
Yes, visit." Yes, that's what we needed. Those people that talk like that, the working class Minnesota. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. We needed them, and the Somali community. They would have ate this season up. They would have ate this season up. That's what we needed. I'm telling you, if you want good TV, you gotta cast the poor and working class. You have to. You have to. Who in the Kardashian is this? Were y'all gagged? Were y'all gagged? I was like, we got a Desi girl on this show. Who is this? Who is this? Was Monica dark skinned? This is not the same person. I'm sorry. Who is it? Oh, she got the eyebrows done. It's the eyebrows, and she is a shade or two darker, guys. Is Monica ethnic? I saw them parents. Right? Who is this? No, because she got to be a white woman because her sister is not. Is she? Because I remember she don't look nothing like that sister. No, she looked like the mother. This is blackfishing. Absolutely. Oh no, this is Shahs of Sunset. What's their culture? This is Persian fishing. Something is going. I did not know who this was. And did she get some? It was some work was money well spent. I ain't gonna hate money well spent, but I was like, Monica, what you do? What did you do? I will say she came with a freakum dress. I would have cut off this cupcake tool. I would have cut that off in the top and just had the girls out. Now that you're brown skin, throw some gold glitter on there because gold glitter pops off brown titties. I would have put that on there. I would have put a slick back ponytail and some hoops because brown girls look good in hoops. Black and brown girls look good in hoops. I would have did some hoops with some whole coffin nails. What is it called? Cat eye red whole coffin nails with this dress and a nice little loop tee. Girl, girl, girl. Who is this brown woman? Is she brown? What did I miss? What did I miss? What dojo was he going to? It's so much happening. It's so much happening here. What is happening? 8 had the thick thighs out and everything. The girls were glistening. I love the bob, and it was bobbing. She looked great, head to toe. She looked great. Virginia, I don't think you have the personality for perfect match, but it seems like that's where black women who come on the show need to go because they find a husband's child. That's where you need to go. Get on the perfect match. Get on the perfect match. And before we talk about the reunion, how in the hell did this happen? Where have I been? Where have I been? This is how you do a hard launch. A launch? Where were y'all talking? What is the timeline? This is so crazy. I said, who? Huh? I can't believe it. AD and Ollie, I would have never thought. I would have never thought. Ollie didn't give me, he was ready for marriage. But child, when the right one come along, these men will shock you every time. Every time. AD, have we talked about finances? Because you know he's not going to be able to work for a while. We got to have those conversations. I'm happy that y'all found each other. I think this is cute. You know what? I hate to say it. Start a YouTube channel. I hate to say it, but I need to see this. I need to see this relationship. I'm sorry. I need to see this come together. This is crazy. I need to see y'all interacting. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be in your business, but you made it my business when you posted this. You made it my business. When was the perfect match filmed? How long is this? How long is the process? Was it a year ago? This is so crazy. And it seems like they are really locked in. Like, this is the real deal. It's not for the Perfect Match TV show. Because at the reunion, they were doing a commercial for the Perfect Match. And then AD thought it was over. And Ollie was just like, first of all, Ollie, where's the accent? Child. I said, what in the African American? Anyway, he was like, I got something to show you. And he pulls her over and she's just like, wait, Ollie, what's going on? Like, what are we doing? And he brings her to all these roses and she's like, Ollie, what is this? What is happening? And I'm like, yeah, Ollie, what the hell is happening? This man gets down on one knee and proposes. Guys, where have we been? Where have we been? Proposals? Proposals? We're here? What is the timeline? I need start a YouTube channel. I need every detail. Don't give me them 30-second TikTok videos. I need to know everything because I am gagged. Nobody can gag me like this. You got this one, AD. You got this one. I'm gagged. AD and OLLIE? What do y'all talk about? What do y'all talk about? I need to see it. I need to see the conversations. Or that's how you probably got him. You probably made him an African American dish. That's how you get him, child. Give him some seasoning and some coaching. Child, let me stop. I'm sorry. I'm so gagged by this. I'm so gagged by this. How did this happen? AD and OLLIE. What is it like? The conversations. Because I ain't never heard of them British men slinging. You know what? Anyway, I ain't. Girl. Ciao. Anyway. This is gagging me. AD and OLLIE. Please do a YouTube channel, guys. I need to see it. I need to see how it developed. I need to see how it developed. I need to see, like, what is it? What's the conversation? What is the conversation? I need to. OLLIE don't talk. And is he still doing security in the UK? What they paying them? I need to, you know what? Start the YouTube channel. Also, 90 Day Fiance, get here now. Get here now. I need to see this. And put them on a season when it's only 3 couples because I do not need to get 5 minutes of them on an entire episode. Absolutely not. OLLIE and AD, pick up your phone. 90 Day Fiance is calling. I need to see it. I need to see it. How in the hell did this happen? You know what, Netflix? Oh, you sly little hoe. You gonna get me to watch The Perfect Match. Because I can't get through. Something about The Perfect Match is weird to me. But I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this. How did this happen? What was the conversation? What did he say? Like, how did he approach her? What did he say to her? That man, I got you. Oh, y'all sold this show. Y'all sold The Perfect Match because I was not going to watch. And maybe that's why y'all gave us that proposal. Because y'all knew we wasn't going to watch that show. The Perfect Match don't be hitting like that. Because it just seems like everybody's trying to be a star. So I think now they're showing, oh, we actually have good results. We actually do make couples on this show. We actually do create the perfect match. AD and OLLIE. I need to see it. I need to see it. What was his swag like? What was his swag like? What did he say to make you pay attention to him? Oh my God. Oh my God. AD, please, please. I hope he really went all out. I hope he did the most. Seriously, sis, because we need this for you. We need you to be pursued. We need you to be loved on. We need him choking people and throwing drinks on people for you. We need to see him protecting your hair when it rains. Like, we need to see it. We need to see it. This is your redemption because Vanessa was crying. She was pulling out all the waterworks because her husband was doing a really good job hosting. But she was just like, I am proud of this woman because I've seen her process. I've seen what she has gone through. And she's such a good person. I'm happy that she has this with OLLIE. It better be a love story. It better give Black Orpheus. It better be a love story. I don't want to see her pursuing him. I don't want to see it. Y'all better be editing the hell out of that season to make it look like, even if it wasn't true for us, we need the positivity to make us believe that this man saw her and was like, that's it. That's it. That's my woman. Or that's my gal. How they talk over there. Working on it. Yeah, I'm gagged. I'm absolutely, you ate that perfect match. You ate that. You ate that. Anyway, let's get into this reunion. What is the conversation like? I need to know. What do y'all talk about? Oh, AD, Amber, a little content suggestion. You should do, and I'm serious, you have to. It's YouTube. You gotta play it out. I want you and Ollie to do a video where you're trying his food and you're like, Black American fiance is trying my, y'all call yourself Black British? What is he? Mixed rice. A man's beans and toast from it. You know what I mean? Where it's just play that up for the YouTube. That's how you get your coins. That's how you get your coins. You got to play it up. I'm going to see what his breakfast is like. I'm trying the beans and toast because that's real controversial. Black Americans trying beans and toast. Do that. Viral. Get the bag. I want to see that, and then I want to see you make fried chicken and the collards and the ham hocks for Ollie, and I want to see his reaction. Let's get the money. Let's get to the bag. You deserve. What do y'all talk about? I'm gagged. Let's get to the reunion. What do I have to say about this dry reunion? Nick and Vanessa, specifically Nick, did a really great job hosting. I couldn't believe they were asking questions that I had as well. I was like, oh, did we go to hosting school? They were doing really, really good. And Nick was protecting the hell out of the women. He was not letting them men slide at all. He was just like, well, that's your perspective of it. What about what really happened? I'm like, oh, okay, Nick. Not you protecting the women from these horrible men. Like that. Good job, guys. Y'all did really good this season. Because and I always give flowers. I give honor where honor is due. Because I always let y'all know when y'all don't do a good job. But y'all did a good job hosting. This was really, really cute. Daniel and Taylor, where they at? Still going strong. Very, very happy. Daniel lets us know that he got a tattoo of Taylor's eyes on his chest. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't think it was that. I did not think that was the tattoo. When everybody asked him to show the tattoo, it was literally Taylor's eyes. He absolutely knew who you were. Taylor. He absolutely knew who you were before them damn pods, girl. Congratulations. Cute couple though. Cute couple. They both look great. They're using that Netflix money. Virginia looked amazing. We already talked about that. And we also talked about how Virginia was talking about how she was protective of Devin. We also realized that I guess now that they're like officially done and not friends anymore, Virginia didn't feel the need to protect Devin anymore because she was heated. When they got to her, she was shaking her leg, her eyebrow was arched all the way up here. And she was just like, well, I just want to say that me and Devin's views, I'm not going to say what his views are, but I just want to let you know that they are very different. We are very different on our views. We are opposite of our views. And my views are, I love, respect, and protect the LGBTQ community. And I think that everybody deserves a right to live. And I think that women are the only ones who should make choices about their bodies. Virginia, I'm gonna call you on the carpet because in your confessional, after you said no to him, you said that didn't matter. Remember, you said that you had these. You said that you are okay with him having different views that didn't bother you. So that's not why I made my decision. That didn't bother me. I just, there were just other things. And the other things was that he was lying about money. That's what bothered you the most. And that's why you made that decision, because you said in the confessional his views didn't bother you. So now you're here at the reunion saying that's why you said no to him, because of his views, and you're no longer protecting him. So you're trying to spray him and let us know that he was an awful guy. But if he's such an awful guy and he has these views and lacks empathy and is giving Black MAGA, why were you still trying to get with him after you said no? Why did this man have to ghost you for you to finally get it? You and Sarah are giving performative, Virginia. You and Sarah are getting performative because that's what you were mad about. You were mad that a man that is not your type, that you gave a chance to, so you think. That's what I always say, and I'm going to keep on saying it. Women, just date your type, because you are going to date a man that you think doesn't get a woman like you. So you think that that's because you see yourself as a surprise, right? And you would never look that man's way. But in a situation, you're going to give him a chance. You're going to try something new. You're going to try something different. And you're going to give this man that would never have a shot with you in hell a chance. And you think that he is going to be grateful that a dime like you looked his way. And as I say, as a woman, you can never humble a man, because you are a person or a community that they oppress. They will always see you as inferior. You will not be able to humble him. Only another man can humble a man. And you thought that you were doing him a favor. You were, but he would never see that. His mama knew. That hating sister finally came around and knew. That whole family knew you were a dime. He even knew that. But that didn't mean that he was going to treat you any better, because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, he's a man. And you are the woman. Always date your type. Always date your type, because it's better to get played by something fine and wealthy than by something who, whenever you think about how you let him touch you, vomit rolls up into your throat. Always date your type. Always date your type. So, Virginia, I love the fact that you are no longer protecting Devin, and you are letting us know that he not only is he not honest, he's very conservative, giving MAGA. He doesn't think that women should make decisions about their body. He doesn't believe in the right to a woman's choice. He does not like the LGBTQ community, but you were still going to be with him. So it makes you just as bad, right? Because you were still considering him as a partner. Had he not lied to you about the gift, the $1,000 that his mother's boss gave you guys as a wedding gift, you would have said yes. Had you not found out about that money. And had you not seen the letter from his friend who he dated. Those were your issues. It wasn't his political views. You are performing for the audience, just like Sarah. And I'm really disappointed. Really, really disappointed. But it shows you what women will do, how much they will lower their standards, how much they are willing to die in a relationship just to be a wife and a mom. So much of their identity is tied into being those two things. None of the great things that they have done. It's a whole doctor willing to pay for a man and his family's life just so she can tell people that she's a wife and a mom and not a baby mama. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Ben and Sarah, same thing. Same thing. Sarah is all of a sudden, oh, Ben is not the guy that I thought he was. So why were you willing to move in with him and literally take care of him? Performative. Absolutely performative. You didn't care about no Black Lives Matter. You didn't even care about your gay sister. Because why in the hell were you entertaining a man whose views you knew what his views were? You, like a lot of women, think that your presence or your nanny can change a man. Impossible. He will only change if he wants to change. He will only change if it benefits him. He will only change if the men that he looks up to changes, not you. Because again, he is your oppressor. How you think, how you feel, he does not care. You are inferior. Only the people that he looks up to and respect can influence him and change him. You don't have that power. And you were willing to put your sister in the line of fire with a man who goes to a church that does not believe that your sister or her relationship should exist. And you were willing to pay for his life and pay his way. And the only reason why you were sitting on that reunion couch with your thighs out, bitter, is because he ghosted you. Ain't that something? Devin ghosted Virginia and Ben ghosted Sarah. The bar is in hell. And so many prominent women, women in general, any class, any level, are diving straight to hell to get that bar. Diabolical. Diabolical. I will say, Devin and Ben, they were ready for the reunion. Because before Virginia could say anything, Devin, oh, she's so amazing. I learned so much from her. I will love her forever. She's my best friend. Ben said the same thing. I've learned so much from her. I looked at myself on that show and I was like, Ben, why would you say that? I was so disgusted. I've learned and I've grew so much from being with Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for allowing me to see who I am and making me change the way I think. He didn't change. He's the same person. But he's being performative just like you for the audience. And you're getting mad at him for doing something that you're doing as well. That's why he called you, and he felt like he could trust you because y'all both performers together. He could trust you, and he said, hey, let's get in a good place so we can be on one accord at the reunion, because he's worried about his image, not about you. He's worried about his image. And you're sitting there pissed, telling the audience all these things about him. Now you believe the girl from TikTok. Oh, Ben is this, and he's that. You were willing to pay for his life just so he could be with you. So don't tell us now about how awful he is because he broke up with you. He waited for you to get safely in that car and sent you that text message that he didn't want to be with you because he didn't. If you didn't say no, he was going to say no. He was a performer, but so were you. So were you. So Sarah in Virginia, save it. Save it. Save it. Virginia bringing up her Muslim family. You were going to marry that conservative. And Chris Farley was going to say all kinds of things about your Muslim family members. And you would have still stayed with that man. So please stop it. Stop the performative nonsense because you were willing to be with the men. You were willing to be with the men. So, oh, he's awful. He's this. Oh, I'm so disgusted. But you were willing to be with him. Both of you were willing to pay for their lives. You were going to submit to a man who has to submit to your wallet. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. You're buying peen in 2024? Wow. Crazy work. Crazy work. Let's get into Persian Monica and Joey. I was so upset that she was hurt by Joey. He looked so disheveled. He looked so disheveled. And you were sitting there like so angry that this man didn't tell you that he loved you. I don't know why you weren't so happy that this didn't work out, Monica. I do not know why you were so upset. I will say she feels like she was gaslit. Listen, all the women on the show were gaslit. Even Taylor, but we're gonna move on from that. Like these guys, at this point, the men on Love is Blind are coming on the show for fame. The women should do the same thing. I say the same thing about The Bachelor. The women come on that show, oh, I'm looking to be a wife and find true love. Why are you trying to do that on a TV show? Get the bag. I don't know why y'all come on those shows and y'all don't go after the bag and the fame, because the men absolutely do. These men were playing with marriage. They did not care about these women. They did not care about them. Minus the people who got married. We're going to say it worked out. Good for you. Congrats. They were here for the attention and what this would bring them. Joey's only on here because he knows that he's going to be able to bang several groupies at the local bar for years off the fact that he was on Love is Blind. This was always for him. It was never for Monica. But she was, I guess she just felt very betrayed by him, because she was just like, because they even tried to date after the show. And she was just like, he's not showing me any affection, but he's hopping into Madison's DMs and, trying to get with her. But you're still engaged and living with me. So she had a lot to get off of her chest. But she did something that all the women did, that Virginia did, and that Sarah did. And I'm just like, why are you guys telling us how horrible these men are and how terrible they treated you? But then you're just like, I think you're a great guy. I don't wish any harm on you. Why not? Why not? Like, why are you taking a high road with men who treated you poorly? I do not understand that. You're still a great guy. No, he's not. If he manipulated you, gaslit you, love bombed you, and then sent you a text while you were halfway to your destination thinking that he was going to move in with you, he's not good. You don't have to do that. You don't have to take the high road with men or anybody who treated you horrible, ladies. You don't have to. Virginia's still protecting Devin and not telling us his views. No, tell me what he said about Black Lives Matter. Tell me what Devin said about the gay community. Tell me what Devin said about abortion and a woman's right to choose. I want to hear it. I would have told everything. I would have told everything, even if it made me look horrible. If I'm going down, you going with me. But they all did that. They all are protecting these men. This man played with you, and you knew it. A woman's intuition, your gut will tell you every time. But she stayed around hoping and wishing that this guy will finally realize that she's a good catch. A man that knows that you are for him and that you are a good catch, you will know it. If you're with this man and he's proposed to you and you're still trying to figure out if he likes you, you got your answer. You got your answer. So I felt bad that she felt so duped by him and just taken advantage of. But I'm like, you're sitting over here looking, great. And she's sitting over here looking disheveled and probably smell it. You won. What are you mad about? Girl, you won. You got out of that situation. You won. But Joey, why are you still trying to blame her sister for your breakup? You didn't like Monica. You like this show. You can be honest about that at least. You don't have to say, oh, I just did it for the show, but you can just say, we just couldn't get there. We just couldn't get there. But you keep on making it about her sister. And I'm like, she was that big of a factor, and we only heard about it once? And it was in passing? You love throwing women under the bus. And Joey still always has to have the last word. Like, he waited for Monica to finish, and then he came in with his speech. He's so concerned about his image. So concerned about his image. And not about the woman whose heart he played with. I told you can't humble him. You can't humble. He's a man. You can't. You would think that he would treat Monica well. No. And he is going to use this show to get so much coochie. So why would he learn from this? This is going to benefit him. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, so MAGA Meg and Mason, they are no longer together, but MAGA, male-centered Meg, is somehow mad at Madison for Mason. What? Let me tell you something. I believed everything that Miss Coven said. Even when Joey was trying to play her, she didn't want no Joey. She didn't want none of the men when she saw them. Madison knew she could do better on her worst day. She did not want any of these men, and they're all trying to come for her, and she's shooting them all down. And then here comes MAGA male-centered May, and she's just protecting that Mason, who don't want her. He don't want you. He didn't want you in the beginning. He used you to stay on the show so they can have something to talk about. But the male-centered pick-bees never get it. They never get it. You throw yourselves at these men, you embarrass yourself in front of other women for these men, and they still don't pick you. Because they want the woman they can't get. You're easy prey. You're walking into the cage. You're getting down on your knees, shouting at him to pick you. And he's looking over you and going after other women that are nothing like you. So sad, Meg. So sad. We knew with that Joe Rogan comment exactly who you are. Pathetic. Pathetic. Because I'm like, why are you mad at Madison? Like, I don't get it. I do not know why she was so mad at Madison. Anyway, that's all my thoughts on this show. Denver is the next season. So we're going from white to whiter. I'm telling you right now, the next 4 years are going to be so dry, so bland, and so racist. Oh God. I'm not looking forward to any of this, but we will be in Denver. Yay. Anyway, what do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Oh, I got a super chat. Just Jonathan, I love you. Thank you so much. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? I know I had it. I looked at it. Oh no, where's my clicker? Ciao. I had it. Cha-ching! Thank you so much, Just Jonda. Just Jonda said AD has a new YouTube show. Today she did a 44. I know where I'm going to go. I know where I'm going to go right after this live. Thank you so much, Just Shonda. Mwah. Love you. All righty, let's get into the comments. Oh, y'all talking up in here. I know that's right. I know that's right. Nora said, I agree. Monica echoed similar sentiments. Joey being manipulative. She seemed really angry with him during the reunion. Because this is what happened with a lot of women. You lower yourself to be with men, right? Because society tells you. Because this is the thing. Women are the only human beings on this earth that never get a childhood. We never get a childhood. As soon as we hit the earth, we are assigned duties. And it's all kinds of chores, and we have to do all of these things because our identity is in homemaking and serving a man. Men are able to be children, teens, young feral men, and then they're told to settle down and provide. And that's when they have to have some responsibilities. So think about it. They are allowed to do whatever they want, no responsibilities, no leadership, no guidance, no nothing. Like they're just able to be feral and then are expected to be the protector, provider, and leader of an entire household when they don't even know how it's run. The woman who's been running a household since she was able to walk is the one told to submit to the person who's never done it. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? And we all buy into it. We all buy into it. So Monica was very hurt because she lowered herself to be with a man that still rejected her. That bitterness is eating her up because she did everything right. She waited for him to come around and finally said that he loved her, all to be gagged when she watched the show. And he said, well, I couldn't do it because she never said she loved me. I never know how she felt about me. And she's sitting there just like, what are you talking about? That's how you treated me. But because she's inferior and he's superior, everybody's going to fall for it. And everybody's going to treat him like he was the victim. And she can't believe that she lowered herself to be with this man. And he still said no. Being a pick me will never work in your favor, women. It will never work in your favor. Now, Monica wasn't a harmful pick me, but you can tell that she literally submitted to whatever Joey wanted to do. Whatever he wanted, she just, okay. Because you fall into this identity as a woman because that is what the world is telling you, that this is who you are. So when you find the guy, you're just like, oh, this is it. And you start doing all of these things, and he's not giving you anything to make you believe that he's a good partner. But you're not raised to have discernment when it comes to men. You're raised to have discernment when it comes to other women. That's why you beat up the woman that your man cheated with and not the man that defiled your vows. And you're raised to be very male-centered. And this woman, in all her freedom and all her fun, found a guy, threw everything about herself out the window, and waited and waited and waited and waited for him to come around and tell her that he loved her. She even waited after the show. And it still never happened. So she's sitting there at the reunion, angry at herself and angry at him for what she allowed herself to endure. So that's what she was so pissed, because Joey didn't care. That's the worst feeling. He didn't care. He didn't care. So that's why mother was heated. Royally Coily said, did you see Joey's audition tape trying to get on The Bachelor? He just wants to be famous. Super cringy and shows he's there for the cameras. Absolutely. Doesn't it? Bath day. It just, it does. That's it. That's it. Hey, JL, thank you so much for being here. Pepe said Sarah is performative, and I can't and will never trust a performative white woman, because once marriage was on the table, there was no more allyship. Well, listen, Black women, you have to realize, especially African-American women, we are a different kind of community. So I didn't know this. I thought it was just white women, but women, all women that are not African-American are raised to be wives. Like literally, majority of them just go to college to find husbands. They're all raised to be what? We're raised to be like everything. Now, you know what I mean? Not just a wife. And that just because of how we got here. Like Black men and Black women are supposed to be partners, because that's how we survived. And that's how we were able to be victorious, working together. We're in this standstill right now in the Black American community because so many Black men are idolizing how white men lead their white households. And it's just like, that is not for us. We're completely different people, but we're at this standstill because Black men want to lead like white men, and Black women are just like, absolutely not. Like, what in the white supremacy is going on? Not in my freaking household, but that's what happens. And I totally going to put this on the Black church. That's what happens when a prosperity movement came into the Black church, when that was like identifiable and acceptable within the Black church. That was a place where we were supposed to go as a people to not just get community, but also to fight injustices. That was like our wheelhouse, the Black church. It got taken over by prosperity, and all of a sudden you have these Black men who were raised to be these leaders and protectors and providers of their household. All of a sudden you have them just wanting to be wealthy, right? Just wanting to aspire to have a certain kind of wealth that can only be acquired through slave labor? Why in the hell are you desiring a wealth that was begotten by the genocide of your people? But it's the lack of, of history and education. So if you don't know where you came from or the entire story of how you came to be as a people, you will always be subject to things like this. So that's what's going on, especially with Black millennials. The men are lost. The men are lost. And the Black women are just getting it more educated. We stopped fighting them and just started going to school. So we're just all over the place. I don't know what's going to happen with the Black American community. Pray for us. But absolutely performative. But that is her culture. That is her culture. And that is a culture of almost every culture outside of Black Americans. You know what, I won't say every because I don't know. But I'm just saying a lot of people that we exist with who are not Black in America, that is how their households are run. We are the only ones whose households are work like we're the only ones who households where we are actually raised up as partners. Even the young women, right? Even the women. We are absolutely raised to be wives, but we're raised to be wives who question. We're raised to be wives who also can pick up where he lacks. So it's a difference. It's not necessarily better, but it is, we have a different role because we were never able to be housewives, right? We were forced to work. We were forced to work to watch white women's children so that they could be housewives, right? And they just looked the part. They didn't cook for their husbands or their children, and they didn't raise their children. They didn't even breastfeed them. Our titties were in white kids' mouths. So that is like why our culture is so different, and we're at the standstill right now because we're trying to, the Black community right now is losing their identity, unfortunately. But Sarah is performative because that is her culture. Extremely performative. Shout out to uh the election. A lot of y'all were gagged because you thought you had a friend. You thought you had a friend. Pepe says Sarah's performative. I can't and will never trust a performative white woman. I got that one. Lauren N said she was still trying to be with Ben even though he don't have the same values as her. It does not matter. It does not matter. As long as he will give her his last name and a baby, that's all they want. That's what they are raised to believe, that this is what they have to do. Um, Sarah said Ben's friends were on TikTok claiming that they had talked about his politics after people were asking them questions. I don't know if I buy that they really had a real. They didn't. They are all being performative. They are all being performative. The NNH said Ben using church to find a submissive wife, and that's about it. Absolutely. That's why he doesn't go regularly. I could not believe that he brought that up with Sarah and talking about, oh, I go to church. Are you okay with that? And then he comes on a reunion. I don't even go all the time. So that's why I didn't know what my pastor's beliefs were. You don't go at all. You don't go at all. You started going to church because you were tired of cooking your own food and cleaning your home. You started going to church so that you could find a slave. That's why you started to go to church. You wanted a slave that won't say no to your sexual favors. E for Empathy said, I'm so mad that Virginia let him ghost her, but I love seeing her come for him at the reunion. Me too. I love that she was finding her voice, but for me, in my opinion, it was still very performative. I hated that. That hurt me. That hurt me. Pepe said Virginia and Devin are not equally yoked. He's a dusty that spends his paychecks on Jordans and not his medical bills because the women in his life take care of him. Why would he? He's still suckling on his mama's teeth. Virginia needs to be with an investment banker or a hedge fund manager. It's what comes to mind. Well, Virginia has to believe that. Hey, Toya-Star, thank you for being here. Guys, it's Toya-Star's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to my sister, my prayer partner, my best friend. I love you. You are such an amazing human being. I aspire to be so much like you. I love how You love people. You have taught me so much concerning just empathy and patience. You are an amazing woman. Everybody who knows you is so blessed to be in your presence. I thank God every day that I cannot just call you friend, but I can call you sister. You are a blessing to so many, and especially to me. I would not be who I am today had you not been in it. I love you forever, sister, and I pray that so much joy and success continues to come your way because you deserve it and so much more. I am Nikki.Star, but you are my star. I love you. Happy birthday, sister. E for Empathy said, not Chris Farley in the spike wig. It's definitely giving Chris Farley. I was sick of that family. I didn't like them when they basically told her they would move in with them. And you know what? Is that like a cultural thing? Me and my husband are going to have to talk about that because I have money. We can't do that. I'm working, and no shade to people who do it, but I'm just like, is there nobody else that can do? We can pay somebody. That shouldn't be on me. Brown Girl 44, especially if she's shady, child. Brown Girl 44 said there is zero chance I wouldn't have told my mama my answers before the wedding. Yeah, just weird. Just weird. At all. What is going on in that household? Now I'm like, is the dad a conservative, or did the mother tell him that he was a conservative? I don't know. It's very weird. Sunken place indeed, Pepe. Sunken place indeed. He pocketed that money. Now listen, I didn't like that Virginia didn't leave because of his morals and his values. I didn't like that she didn't say no because of that. But I will give her props. When he hid that money, she said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You get $1,000 and don't tell me about it. His messy mama told all his business. All his business. Because the only reason why the mom told Virginia about that check is because Virginia didn't tell that woman thank you. And she didn't know that her son pocketed that cash. So she said that to Virginia being shady and didn't know that she was clocking her messy son's tea. That's what happened. Because she said, "Oh, Virginia, did my boss, he gave you guys $1,000, and I talked to him about it, and he said he didn't hear from you, so I was just wanted to talk to you guys about that." Yeah, she was being messy, but she didn't know she was sinking her son's ship and their ship. Because Virginia, they were crying because they wanted Virginia to take care of their whole damn family. They knew who she was. Virginia didn't know who she was. In themselves. They were waiting for Virginia to take care of them and Devin. It was not just him. T. Patrice said he should have reimbursed her for his birthday gifts since he was anything but chivalrous when it came to helping her bring them in, and then looked at her and said, "You could have done it." Yikes. Yikes. Performative to the T. She looked stunning. She looked stunning. She sure did. She sure did. She body T. Body T. He looked great. They both had a really good glow up. They put that Netflix check to good use. To really good use. Jamie Vance Jr. She should have. She absolutely should have. Alex said Danielle should have thought long and hard about that tattoo because that is not it. I agree. They both glowed up though. That tattoo was scary. Me either. I did not recognize her either. It's all over the place. And I think it's also the tattoos. I think the tattoos take focus away from the dress because the dress was putting focus on parts of her body that needed to just be the flesh tone, right? Just the color of her skin. So she should just put probably some makeup on her tattoos because that wasn't a dress to highlight her tattoos. It just looked like a lot was going on. as they should, except for Daniel. Daniel looked great. Daniel looked great. A throwback. I couldn't believe that MAGA Meg wasn't liberal blue. Child, she was trying to throw us off her scent. We see you, girl. We see you, girl. I love Molly, but I don't know what that was. Molly, what was going on? Well, the season was just chopped up because they just didn't have a lot to work with. They didn't have a lot to work with. It doesn't matter. He's knee deep in groupie punani right now. It does not matter. It does not matter. Really, I could barely hear it with him. I needed something more though. I needed like a Minnesotian who still gets a WIC check. You know what I mean? Like I needed that. I needed that. I needed a Minnesotian who lives and dies about their SSI check. That's what I needed. I didn't get it. I did not get it. Amazing. Amazing. She looked great. Where was she? Oh, Chilean. Maybe she just came back from Chile. Maybe that's what it was. Because I was like, what? I will say, it was a fake tan. They did a great job. Because it definitely just looked like it was her skin tone. Like it definitely, I mean, not her skin tone. It just looked like that's her skin. It wasn't giving fake tan to me because it wasn't like blotchy. So maybe that's it. Maybe she went somewhere for the summer. Maybe that's why she looks like that. He would fit right in though. He would fit right in. He would fit right. Horrible. Horrible. Minnesota. Minnesota. Ah. Minnesota. Give me just a second. Wait, I had to rewind. Yeah, not all those looks were great. They still look a lot better than the housewives, though. Oh, child. Those women know how to dress. Miss Kaija Soze said she reminds me of Gonessa. She does. She does. That's what I was getting. Definitely Gonessa. Definitely. It was giving something. It was giving something. Yeah, it was cutting him off. It was like, was it a crop jacket? It was giving cropped. It was definitely giving Paula Abdul. And who was the cat that she was dancing with? Y'all know the name of that cat. That's how he was dressed. That's what it was giving. Where have I been? I had no idea they were dating. I had no idea they were dating. Like, I am so confused. I can't. I'm gagged. I'm gagged. What? How did they find each other? Because was this before the perfect match? You know what? Netflix does have a lot of little events. So maybe they met at a Netflix event. Stay mad, Clay. Stay mad. And she got herself a light-skinned Brit. Yikes. A mixed race Brit. Oh, I know his silk press was just a churning. Oh, I know he was pissed. Oh, I knew he was pissed. Miss GG88 said people catching photos of them together since last year. So they're the real deal. Where have I been? I have got to watch this YouTube episode, child. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Yes, AD. Oh, child, we gotta go overseas, lady. We gotta go overseas. Hey, Samuela. So they've been together since last summer. I'm gagged. Amerio, what's up? Amerio said they've been together for a year. Zora said Nikki AD has a new channel called What's Reality and only is her guest. Oh, it's cringe. Oh my goodness. Nori's note said he was able to confidently say that he loves what he loves about her, talking about his type is her. But you know what? We talked about that. We was just like, Ollie looking for something different. Caught us lacking. I was watching this show like, what the hell is going on? I was gagged like AD. I'm like, what is he doing? What? I'm lost. He was crushing up. You know what? See, you don't know who watching. Oh, who's on here? Let me get myself together. Because you don't know who is watching, child. You don't know who is watching. Simply Simone said they met on a perfect match, but their season hasn't aired yet. AD is signed to Kensington Gray, so I know they got her a good deal for this announcement. I know that's right. You know what? You know what? You might be right, the end of the age. Child. He yapping with AD? He didn't even yap with the lady he was about to marry. Oh, he in love. He in love. I gotta watch this. Oh, I thought he was security. Did he say he was security? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. What is his job? Let me stay out of their business. Oh my goodness. She had to because Nick was doing an amazing job. He was doing an amazing job. For some reason, Dahlia, she's good TV. She is good TV. And that man did her dirty. I love this for her. I love this for her. And that's what AD should say when they start off their YouTube episode. Play into it, child. Play into it, girl. Great tattoo. Extremely scary. Like the art, the artistry, the artwork was there. Extremely scary. That didn't freak you out, Taylor? He probably a whole moderator, child. Because I was like, Nick, what is going on? That's what it's giving. That's what is given. Robin said, are we going to ignore Nick and his white compression socks and them white sneakers? He look crazy. He's over 50. Give him a break. Give him a... Hey, Miss Yinka. Thank you for being here. I've missed you. E450 said Virginia was activated. She seemed so sleepy through the whole season, but woke up for the reunion because she didn't get what she wanted because he ghosted her. And she thought she was doing that man and his family a favor. She was. But you cannot humble somebody who thinks you're inferior. Ooh. She wasn't. She was not. She was not. She's only saying these things because he ghosted her. She would have still been with him. If what's his name? Devin had not ghosted Virginia, they would be booed up at the reunion with his opposing views and all. Dahlia said Virginia's so full of crap. She chose to pay for this grown man, and now she wants. Yep, now she wants to air him out over it. Be mad at yourself, sis. Absolutely, absolutely. They'll look past everything. They will look past everything. They will look past how that man treats them, how that man treats his their family, how that man treats their best friends. All of a sudden, you had all these friends. Now you don't have them no more. My man. Okay. You better hope they're around when that thing don't work out. The internet, I wish these women would leave when they find out these men don't share their views because it is embedded in their mind that they're supposed to be a wife and a mother. Two very beautiful positions, right? Like it is such a beautiful thing to be a mom, right? It's a beautiful thing to be, I won't say wife, a beautiful thing to be in partnership with someone that you love and walk through life together. But that is not how those roles are positioned for women, right? It is literally unpaid labor. Slavery. And so many women are running to it. Ciao, 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 ciao. Dahlia said Devin begged this lady to talk in the pods, but waited until days before the wedding to have combos about values. Girl, what? Ciao. Pepe said Virginia finally stood up. She never should have put on that cape in the first place. Devin and his fellow black magas in a sunken place are such an oxymoron. Well, this is what happens, right? Because Devin is the product of a white mom and a black dad. A black dad that has been on mute, it seems like, his entire life, and a white mother who is conservative. And we all know what conservative views are. Conservative views are very anti everybody else that is not white and rich, very anti women, women, very anti poor and working class. So you have this guy who some would say is phenotypically black walking through life with the influence, ideas, and mindset of his white conservative mother. And Virginia still wanted to marry him. Mm, 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 mm. Pepe says, question, does Dusty Devin return the check? Since technically he did not give it. Oh, that check is spent. That check is spent. That check is spent. Dahlia said, don't feel sorry for Ben or Sarah. They told each other the truth up front and chose to ignore them. Ben compromised and so did Sarah. Both look weak. Yep. Homebody Brit, what's up? Said, I need them to bring back Are You the One so Nikki can review it. LOL. I haven't seen one episode of this. And Nikki got me locked in. Thank you for being here. The internet 8 said, and there was a woman crying about that man on TikTok, and she didn't even put. That didn't matter because they both were trying to be with these men. So all of that performative stuff, that's for us. This is the thing. That performative stuff that they were doing, that is for us so that they still can be in community with the people who their men that they were willing to marry and pay their lives for do not like and disagree with their existence. So all that stuff that they were doing that so that they can still stay and mingle and learn and steal from those communities that would feed them and make them this great person. But then they will go and lie with a person who absolutely opposes their existence. And all that crap Sarah was saying about her sister, I call it crap because you threw it out the window for Ben. So you were putting your sister in her relationship and her partner in harm's way for Ben. Performative. NC said, I'm so late. My apologies if y'all discussed this already, but I wonder why they didn't invite Brittany to the reunion. I wanted her and Mo there so Mo can answer. Who the hell is that? Who's Mo? Brittany and Mo on Love is Blind? Who is Brittany and Mo? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, Brittany. STEM Brittany. Yeah. But I didn't know nothing about no Mo. Oh, they got engaged. Child and out the loop. I would have loved to have seen that. Oh, he was colorist. He dark skinned 80. Them dark skinned black men, fine as hell, but their minds are jacked up. Woo, stay away, child. Stay away. Enjoy them, but don't. They got work to do. Sarah said Virginia and Sarah both give. Nah. You better speak on it. You better speak on it. NC said Mo was the black guy in the pods. She got engaged to the didn't air. They dated outside the pods, but she ended it because he told her he's never dated anybody. I told you, their minds are messed up. That is a real problem in the black community globally. The black diaspora, we're not checking on them dark-skinned black men. Their minds, woo! We got to help them. We got to help them. Do we? I'm resting. Eva Empathy said, apparently there's a deleted scene of Joey and his friends talking about how he never gave the impression that he wanted to get married. Well, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Nora said, I noticed that both the guys and women both complimented each other, but for totally different intentions. The women complimented guys to be nice and to be protective, while the guys did it to deflect. Oh, y'all eating. Absolutely right, Nora. Absolutely right. And to avoid being held accountable by the woman, you better speak on it. Absolute pick me. And still didn't get picked. Ah! Pathetic. Pathetic. She could get anybody on that couch. Even Nick. I'm joking, Vanessa. I'm joking. Oh, she's a Latina. Chilean. Yeah, well, that Chilean is working for her. That Chilean is working for you. Better lean into that. That's your best look. I'm sorry. Lean into the Chilean. Hang around some Chilean hot girls. That's your best look. Me either. I don't understand why everybody is mad at Madison. I don't get it. Oh, they always want the liberal women. They always want the liberal women because they want what they can't have. They don't want the conservative women. That's why every time that conservative woman thinks about leaving, they get her pregnant because they entrapped her. But she willingly walked into that entrapment, so nobody can save her. Because when you go to save her, she goes, I want to be here. Like, girl, we're trying to help you. Why are you fighting me? But they don't want them. They don't want them. They don't want them. And they treat you all kinds of terrible. And they talk about how much they hate you to their female co-workers at the job. That's why when you go around there, none of them women treat you kindly because of all the things your man said, but he's telling you that they like him. So you're going up there looking at all these women who are looking at you and treating you all this kind of way because he done told your business and everything that you done said about every and anybody and how terrible of a person you are. That's his opinion of you. But then he also told you that these women like him. So you coming up here thinking everybody wants your raggedy, dusty husband. Now they're looking at you like you a fool for being with a man that talks about you so poorly and tells all your business. We know about your UTI because your husband told us. Because you was talking about how difficult, because he was talking about how he hasn't had sex because you got another UTI because you don't bathe. The truth is, you got it from carrying all his big-headed kids. But that's not what he tells the women at the job. Poor pick-me's. Dahlia said, I kind of like Madison. She's a black widow, but you can see her coming. If she bites you, it's really on you. Yep. Eva Empathy said, you're so right, Nikki. My sister and I had to clean the whole house, cook, do laundry, and my brother cleaned his own room and maybe mowed the lawn. It's wild. And did your mom or your sisters do his laundry? And that's why they treat women like that, because they're expecting women to do that because all of the women in their lives just take care of them because that is the role that women are given. That is the role that. Hey, Nisha, thank you for being here. Performative to the T. Performative to the T. Because they go to college to get husbands. They never finish their degree. I know so many women that I went to church with got engaged right before graduation. Never went back. These women could have been doctors. I told you about the one girl that I was just like, I know she would have been a huge showrunner in Hollywood had she stuck to it. Always worked. Always worked. We've never had a day off. That's the thing. The whole traditional white thing is bizarre for Black people, especially Black women. That was never our structure. We were never traditional. We never had a white household. We never ran a household like white people. That was the problem. That's the problem that everybody has with us. So I don't understand the black men today trying to get that traditional. What the hell is traditional? You're not talking about black American traditional, because black American traditional is partnership. Black American traditional is black women in leadership positions. Shout out to Harriet Tubman. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Give Me Shelter said 100 didn't want to raise their own kids or bathe themselves, but then have the nerve to call black people lazy when we were no longer in service for them. Absolutely. Because that's the thing. A lot of people, especially these young girls, oh, I want to be a stay at home mom. Do you know what that is? You have to have servants and you have to have the money to pay for that. You want to be a stay at home mom and you and your man work at Blockbuster? Not Blockbuster. Oh, dating myself. Nah, but what am I thinking about? Best Buy. Best Buy. If you're poor and working class, you are never going to be a stay-at-home wife. If you're a stay-at-home wife, you're a stay-at-home wife on assistance. You're a stay-at-home wife in Section 8. You have to sneak your husband in because you are not allowed to be married and be on Section 8. You are not going to be a traditional housewife. Impossible. 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 Because you need money. And you don't have it. You have to pay for somebody to clean that home, somebody to cook. You got to pay for somebody to watch them kids, raise them kids, birth them kids, because rich women don't carry or push. You don't have the coin. So you don't want a traditional life because you can't afford it. That's what so many of y'all, not us, our family, we got wisdom, but that's what so many of the pick-me's are missing. The coin. The men want submission. Those women that submit to those men, the people that you're idolizing, they're not submitting to those men. They're submitting to his wallet, to his bank account, to his insurance, to his policy, to his inheritance. They're not submitting to that funny looking man. They're submitting to the bag. And as soon as that bag runs out, so does her submission. I can tell when people are never around the rich. They do not live the lives that y'all think. Absolutely not. Yes, happy birthday to TIK.Star, a fellow Pisces. We love her. Happy birthday, TIK.Star. She sure does, Sebastian. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Let me get some more comments. She's worth it. I was going to say more, but I was going to start crying. She's so amazing. Dahlia said, Daniel looked great because Taylor dressed him. Absolutely. Average white men have no fashions, as we can see from the reunion. But wait, was it Taylor or was it the Love is Blind costuming department and hair and makeup? Because we saw how Taylor dressed. No shade, it's giving Spiegel. So I think this is on Netflix. They did that. They did that. Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right, Kirsten. You're right. Oh, he's definitely a step up. Definitely a step up. Definitely a step up. I am not touching that Fred Flintstone guy. Creole Soul, you messy. You messy. I have to watch this show. Netflix, you ate with this one. You ate with this one. OMG. Dahlia said, I would love to be a wife and a mother, but I'd rather die alone than tie myself. Listen, I may not have a husband, I may not have kids, but I have a fabulous La Crusade collection, and that brings me so much joy. That brings me so much joy. Like there are other ways to find joy, guys. Um, Kirsten said a lot of black men date out because the women are submissive, yet they end up getting the opposite. Because at the end of the day, we have at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, we have to be honest. Those non-black women that these black men get, at some point they wake up and realize that they're submitting to a black man. And when they get that realization, oh, lights out for them brothers. Devin's dad has been on mute the entire marriage, even in the Bachelor. Even in the Bachelor, the black dads are silent because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, there's no way that you, as a black person, will not be the submissive in the relationship with a non-black person. That's just not how society works, right? Now, will the non-black partner be submissive to you? To a point. To a point, especially if you got money. Will that money run out? I'm not talking about the shout out to the 11 day community. I'm not talking about like the real people. You know, I'm not talking about the real love is love. Like you found each other in high school. You know what I mean? Like I'm not talking about those. I'm not talking about the real relationships. I'm talking about these relationships that are built on this dynamic. I'm dating you because I think you're better than the women in my community, or I think you're better than the men in my community. I'm dating you because of your supremacy, not because I want to be with you because you're a good person. That's what I'm talking about. Because I know, I know we're mixing in here. You know, we're diverse. Um, Sarah said they want comfort from people that. Yikes! Sarah in here preaching. Sarah is in here preaching, and that's what the women do all the time. That's what the women do all the time. Shout out to the LGBT community. If you have a friend in your life who is straight and they get with a straight partner, a fellow straight, and that straight has opposing views to your existence, that person is no longer your friend because they may tell, oh, he kind of thinks like that. You know, I don't think like that. I love the gay community, but yet you are building a life with him. You are lying down with this man, and you are bearing his children and willing to take on his last name. You absolutely agree with him. The minute you agreed to be in a relationship with him, that meant that you agreed with all of his views. That's so weird to me, especially on this show where they're just like, everybody's just like, oh, well, I could work on, us not having the same views. I don't think you need to agree with your partner on like politics or just worldviews. You absolutely do. What is this world where you're thinking that you and your partner can be on the opposite spectrum of politics? Because it's not just politics, it's morals. It's your worldview. It's how you see people. What the hell is going on? Is that a ghetto bird? Child, I gotta get out the city. You are doing life and choosing to merge your life with a person who sees people who are not exactly like them as less than. Y'all get away with calling it politics. It's not. It's morals, it's values, it's humanity. It's how your partner sees other people, including yourself. Virginia was about to marry a man and pursuing a man and paying for the life and willing to continue to pay for the life for the life of a man who does not even think that she should have her own bodily autonomy. Her or any woman should be able to make a choice about their body, and she was willing to lie down with this man, take his last name, and create children with him who he will raise to have the same world views and think so poorly of women. Virginia, who threw her Muslim cousins out there so that the audience could see her as somebody who is somebody who is empathetic. You're not if you're willing to throw those views away for a man. So you don't feel that way. You feel that way as long as it gives you access to the people you are willing to harm by being in community with someone who thinks that they should not exist. So please don't throw your Muslim cousins out at me when the man that you are pursuing has terrible worldly views concerning the Muslim community. Because if he's a conservative, he don't like them people. So now you're going to use them as a shield to attack Devin and put you on a pedestal, not knowing you're exposing yourself. Ugh. So sad. So sad. Hey, Kimberly. Kimberly said, hey, Nikki, I missed the live. I moved to the East Coast. I now know how. Yep. Yes. Yes. But don't worry. I'm going to switch it up tomorrow. He has that beautiful Senegalese skin. Messed up. Minds are messed up. Pepe said, unfortunately, the men of today, their mom to wife pipeline is drying up. That's why they're so easy to red pill. It caters to their fragile egos and mediocrity. Absolutely, because they are not prepared. They are not prepared for the position they so desperately want to be in. None of these men that are being red pilled, none of them can provide. Why in the hell are you talking about being a husband and you can't provide? That's the number one position. Like that's the number one requirement. You have to provide. How are you trying to be a husband with no money? When are women ever cheap? Dahlia said, white people love rewriting history. Not the Tina Marie, and the John Brown whites who are part of the Star family. We're not talking about you guys. Or the Robert De Niro whites or the Jane Fonda whites. We're not talking about you guys. If all their people were so traditional, what do you call all those families that produce people like Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton? Their women were working 9 to 5, just trying to make a living. Absolutely. You deserve, sister. I love you so much. Pepe said, can't believe Love is Blind costuming because how do we get whatever Dustin Devin gave? Listen, I think they absolutely have. If they don't have a costume department, costuming has to approve the looks. Has to. Just Jonathan said, Pepe, Dustin brought that ish from home. Remember, he said he was into fashion. He went out and got that and thought he was killing it. Yeah, well, the costuming department, if they didn't provide it, they had to approve it. I know you meant Devin. E for Empathy said, you can disagree on food, you can disagree on movies, books, music, books, etc. You can't disagree on human rights. But people get away with it, calling it, oh, we just have different political views. What is his political view? That trans people shouldn't exist? What the hell is that? That's demonic. What are we talking about? It's not politics. It's morals. Ajubi, thank you for being here. And I'm going to get out of here because Star Family, we have been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes, but I am going to start implementing a cute little kiki from here on out weekly. So we're going to do a weekly kiki just so we can have our time to catch up so that when I do the reviews, we'll just get straight to it. And then like anything that you have that you want to talk about, we'll throw it in the kiki. That's what we're going to do. So that the reviews could just be shorter and quicker because I know, not everybody comes here for the discussion, which you should. We be having a good time in the discussion and in the highs and in the, hellos. We do have a really good time, but I'm going to implement the weekly kiki so we can get all of our, things that we want to talk about out so we can just stay focused on the subject at hand because as you guys know, I'm Tangent Tammy. I can go on a tangent and y'all love me for it. Thank you all so much for being here. Star Family, have a blessed night, early morning, or great afternoon, wherever you may be. Toya Star, happy birthday. We love you so much. Um, Thank you, God, for creating her. She's so amazing. And thank you all, Star family. Um, you guys are so great. It's just a blessing to be a part of this. I really feel like I just got a gift in this community. I really do enjoy our time together, and we'll do more stuff. I feel like I can't wait for the Kiki. I can't wait for the Kiki. I'm so excited about that. But tomorrow is going to be a reality TV chat. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just an FYI, just because I've missed so many shows, the Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to be a part of the reality TV chat. But going forward, I'm going to give them their own live on Monday afternoon. But we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, The Bachelor, and either we're going to talk about Drag Race or we're going to talk about, no, we're going to talk about Drag Race. Yeah, because I got to catch up on that. So we'll do that tomorrow. And I think maybe Friday we'll start the Kiki. I don't know. We might do that. No, I think I might do Kiki's on Wednesday, a hump day Kiki. We will see. We will see. But I'll figure out the schedule. But anyway, let me get out of here. Again, give me about 15 minutes or so I could put the timestamps in this video. And I will see you tomorrow for the reality TV chat. Love you all so much. Have a good night. Be safe. See you tomorrow. Bye. Denver.